Andrew S here. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about a wicked band called Fires in the Distance and their album Echoes from Deep November. Now this is a killer album. I loved it and I wanted to get it before I talked about it because I just wanted to, show off some of the art and things like that. Absolutely wicked, nice sort of mural piece that wraps around and really goes hand in hand with the music and the atmosphere. Really nicely done. I really like this type of art, and like I said, this art really captures what's going on musically and atmospherically in the album. And right off the bat, you get a wicked song called Climb. This was flawlessly structured with a flow being like an arduous climb. Really goes along with the title, full of and this climb is just full of bleakness and agony, and it has this sort of ever gleaming hope that shines through the storm clouds. Wonderful backdrop that dances throughout this song, and you get these thick, heavy rhythms and stern drum work and potent vocals up front, which I absolutely love the vocal work on this. Very audible but very deep, very painful but very direct. Really enjoy the vocal work. I felt like the capstone in this song Climb was in the interlude, this hopeful beauty sort of rising with this fantastic lead paired with those dancing synths in this track. Absolutely killer song to open up with. A great way to grip the listener. I really enjoyed Climb, and that's what it did. It gripped me, so I just wanted to keep listening, and that awesomeness continued for me into this next one, Elusive Light, with this absolutely beastly guitar work and beastly moments that just harness so much beastliness. I absolutely love this. I felt like I like that there's this light. There's again this shining moment that sort of gets its moment to sort of shine along with the thought. A very, very thought-provoking spoken word piece that I thought absolutely captured me so much. I really liked this piece, and I thought it was brilliantly added and really complemented the mood of the song perfectly. Now, usually spoken word pieces sort of get muddled down. You don't hear them that well. Sometimes they're not crisp, or they're sort of not thought-provoking or capture the listener too much. But this one was absolutely perfect, and I thought this really helped the song sort of come alive as well, and instead of lyrics or something that just this piece did so much to really elevate the song. And usually I'm not like that with these sort of spoken word pieces that are within songs, but Elusive Light, absolutely killer. Now I'm going to jump down to Reflections in the Ice. This opens with a shimmering sort of elegance, then these awesome moments where the vocals locked eyes with the double bass that sort of galloped along in this track, and that really accentuated the lyrics big time in my opinion. The bass guitar break was so guttural. I really liked the bass on this album, but it really stood out in this moment on Reflections in the Ice. And I'm glad bass gets a moment to shine. Absolutely killer job in this one. The combo of the solo tempo and the synth, I also felt painted its own story, gave itself its separate sort of entity within, so there was a lot to sort of grasp and pick up on Reflections in the Ice. And there's just so many sort of scenic atmospheres within this sort of transition in and out of each other in this track, and I felt like that in itself really captures the listener. There was just a lot to really soak up on this track specifically. Now I'm going to jump down to Chained to the Earth. Now I'm going to be talking about this one a little bit. There was so much I really delved into and heard and felt in this track. Just absolute flood of nuances that breathe life into each other. So many atmospheres and tempo shifts, altering their state of reality. A bit of a psychedelic journey I sort of felt as I sort of flowed through this album, with ever-twisting emotions mixed with shimmering melodies. And you drift from realm to realm, I felt. When the tempo picks up, it sort of moves you along the realm, sort of different sort of realms and atmospheres you get to drift in. And as the lead picks up, and the tempo picks up and the lead picks up, and the leads become so seductive, placing you in this sort of trance, seductive trance. But the trance is shattered by these ferocious and slightly agonized vocals. Like I said, the vocals really go hand in hand with what the lyrics and the music and atmosphere are doing. They really complement that, whether it's just like angry or agonizing or sorrowful. Like there's just They do a fantastic job vocally to really complement one another in this track, or in this album entirely. And the drums, I felt like the drums were absolutely impeccable with how much they added and elevated the song, using differing cymbals, different cymbals to sort of accentuate spots, and differing double bass to really boost the song at moments and bring it back. I really thought the drum work was absolutely beautiful. Spectacular job on Chained to the Earth. Absolutely. Actually, I'm going to make this a must listen for you guys. Go down, that'll be right in the top of the description for you guys. Must listen, Chained to the Earth. Now I'm going to go down to the closing track, Sundial. This reveals to me this sort of demon, like an eclipse waiting to sort of engulf the light, engulf life upon Earth here, with this ominous tone from these very thick chords and this snarling lead work throughout. Just an absolutely great instrumental piece to sort of close out the album. Echoes from November was absolutely a wicked album. The more and more I listened to it, the more and more I got drawn to it, and I can't wait to hear what Fires in the Distance bring to us in the future, which should be coming shortly. I believe they have an album coming out in November, so I hope you guys check out Fires in the Distance, Echoes from Deep November. Really cool stuff here. I was just looking at this as I was looking down. I really liked the lettering there that they got for Fires in the Distance. Not sure how well you guys can see that, but it's really a nice piece. It looks black metal-ish, but it's very doom and melodic death sort of vibe to this. Cool stuff though. I hope you guys check them out. All the links, of course, will be in the description below to hear the songs, the must listen, and links to their merch and CDs and all that good stuff. Until next time, folks, how about some heavy listening?